Excuse me. Greetings, YouTube. My name is Inquisitor Osmond on Overlip, and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, August 24th, 2021. Oh, sorry. August 24th, 4:51. August 24th, 2021, 4:51 p.m. Excuse me. This will be another updates video. Just to let anybody who knows, or well, not who knows, let anyone who cares or whatever. It's just to notify you guys of what my Let's Play plans are and what I've been up to. Well, I've been, let's see. Before coming back to Let's Play on Xbox 360, I decided to Let's Play a few PS2 games. And let me see how I want to start this. Let me start with the games that I've just given up on. I've just given up on Crash Bandicoot, Mind Over Mutant, and I don't know if I should be ashamed to say that or what. That game is rough. It's a rough, tough game. The main thing I don't like is how it takes so long to jack enemies. That's disgusting. Let's say it takes a long time. It takes a second before you can hack an enemy, meaning control them or whatever. And I just don't like that right there, especially when you're surrounded by like 3 or 4 enemies and you're trying to hit someone and he's blocking, and then you got to stop and, like, if you hold the Y button, you can break their guard. So you got to stop and hold the Y button and hope you don't get hit while you're in this mosh pit of enemies where you're trying to, take over just one enemy. So that kind of got on my nerves. I actually tried it on normal the first time, and I was like, "Oh, screw this," and I ended up giving up after like 8 videos, and I deleted everything. And I was like, you know what? Let me give it another shot. So I tried it again on easy, and I made it all the way to, I'd say I'm pretty much at the end, the 18th level. I checked on YouTube. There's 20 chapters. I was on chapter 18, and yeah, I was fighting this boss, and it's like there's 3 things you're supposed to destroy. I can destroy the first 2, but after a while, after you destroy those 2, so many enemies show up. It's not even a lot of enemies, it's just their attacks. They all have a ranged attack that you can't really dodge. I mean, you could dodge it, but 9 times out of 10, the creature you're controlling, he's not going to be fast enough to move out of the way. So I gave up on that right there. I decided to give up. I didn't want to, but I didn't want to have to give up. But I was like, I'm not going to be stuck here. I don't do this. I don't Let's Play games to get frustrated or annoyed. So, and also, my sort of twisted logic with Let's Playing is, I don't like playing a game where the progression or whatever is like pretty steady for the most part, like from beginning, middle to end, and then get stuck somewhere, whether it's like the beginning or the middle. Like, I don't like making a lot of easy progress and then running into, like, something that's like, that's just I don't know, hard, I guess. Now, it's one thing if I'm playing it, although nowadays, like, I have so many games that, like, I don't spend a lot of time on one game. If I get frustrated with a game, I'm usually just giving up and on to the next one. but it's probably not a good thing. But it's okay. But yeah. So I'm like, look, like this part here is like, it's not really hard. It's just so much more annoying or whatever than everything leading up to it and all the levels before it. And I'm like, I'm not doing this right here. I'm not gonna. I mean, I could have probably beat it if I would have sat there for like 2 or 3 hours or whatever, just playing it and playing it, or playing it on and off throughout the day. But that's not what I like to do. I'm a quantity over quality kind of person when it comes to my Let's Plays. Even when I was Let's Playing shooters, I'd rather have a lot of Let's Plays than a few good ones. And so I decided to give up on that game right there. And by me doing that, I also canceled my Let's Play of its sequel, Mind Over Mutant, which I didn't want. I was hoping I didn't. I was hoping I wouldn't have to do it, or I was hoping I wouldn't have to decide to do that. But that's just what happened, and I don't think I don't think I'm coming back to that game right there. So, and before that, I actually completed. I actually completed the game on here. Hooray! I guess. And that was Men in Black: Alien Crisis. It was nice. It was kind of bittersweet because I wanted to. I had Men in Black for the PS2, and it's very very annoying. Or Men in Black 2, and I was hoping I wouldn't have to cancel that one either. But I played it and played it and played it, and it just got so annoying. So I was like, all right, I'm not spending days on this Let's Play. So I was hoping to have the PS2 one, and also a Let's Play of the Xbox 360 one, and they're not the same version. Now, Men in Black for the 360 is an on rails shooter, and I kind of wish there was a few more on rail third person shooters. I mean, I know there's the heavy fire or heavy rain. I think it's heavy fire series on PS3. Maybe one day I'll Let's Play those. Probably not. And then there's a few on the Wii, but I don't think I'll come back to those. So, oh yeah, I also completed. Sorry, the last Let's Play I completed was Kung Fu Panda. Okay, game. The final boss really got on my nerves, but whatever. It happens. So I completed that game right there. Before that, I completed Men in Black. And before coming back to the 360 to Let's Play, I had a few games that I wanted to Let's Play on PS2. RTX Red Rock was a game that I Let's Played on my channel a long time ago, and back when I had discovered when I had first discovered that I could only keep 200 Let's Plays or 200 playlists on my channel. I was like, I didn't have to delete the playlist, but I decided to delete it. And I was like, well, maybe I should just stop having shooters, on my channel anyway. So I was going through that whole thing, and so I deleted a lot of Let's Plays. That was one of them. But I decided to come back to it, and now that since coming back to Let's Playing and deciding to just only do adventure games and whatever else, I was like, well, maybe I should Let's Play it again, because I really like the game. It's one of my favorite sci-fi games from this generation. Excuse me. So I Let's Played it, and the game has a really messed up save system. Save and I guess load system. I know it makes no sense, but it's like the game gives you the option to save wherever you want, but the game won't load that save. Instead, the game will auto save at certain moments of the game, and when it auto saves, when you die, right, and the game loads, when you die and the game loads you back in, it isn't even at the place where the computer saves. So even if you get to a point and the computer saves right there, if you die, the computer's not going to load you back there for whatever reason. That's just crazy. Like sometimes I'm in a building and I'll be fighting some enemies and I'll die. Let's say I come into a level, I kill a few enemies, or I come into like an indoor level and I kill some enemies. Well, I come into an indoor environment. The game saves for whatever reason. I kill some enemies. Then I die. The game will sometimes load you outside of the building, and I'm like, why are you doing this right here? And and be right back. So yeah, a lot of times the game won't even load the save that it made. It's just random, and it's even worse when you're playing the game and you decide to take a break for a while. Turn the game off and just come back to it later. I had that problem one time when I was let's playing the game. I had I had made some progress and I thought the game saved because sometimes the game saves pretty frequently on its own. You know, it, it's pretty frequent sometimes with the saving, and sometimes it auto saves. At random or just wherever. So I was like, okay, the game saved. So let me just take a break for today. I'll come back tomorrow and finish, do some more videos. So I do that, and the next day comes, I load my save, and the game loads me like like I could have sworn the game made a save, but the game had loaded me almost 2 hours back, from where I stopped, the previous day. So I was like, this is garbage. So I spent at least an hour and a half. I mean, I knew exactly what to do, but there was just so much to do. So I had to spend like at least an hour and a half getting back to the area that I stopped at, the previous day. And I was like, man, you better be happy I like you. It's a good thing I like this game. And so I did that, and I made it a little further, and I took another break. And I think I was like pretty close to like beating the game, probably like 2 or 3 hours away from beating the game. So I take another break, and again I thought the game saved. I thought it saved. So when I came back the next day, it did the same thing. And I'm like, look, I'm not spending another. I'm not going to waste 2 or 3 hours or whatever amount of time getting back to a point that I know I'm already at. I mean that I've already, that I've already, whatever. So I didn't feel like doing that right there. I think it was even because the game it doesn't have worlds, but it has chapters. And each chapter, like you can see them once you beat them. And each chapter, uh, it's not a world, but it takes you to a different part of the story. And each part of the story is usually in a different part of the game world. So when I loaded my save, the game, it took me. Not only did it not load the save it made, it loaded me to a chapter that I wasn't even on. And I'm like, so I have to beat this entire chapter again just to get back to a chapter, just to get back to the chapter that I'm supposed to be on. So I ended up using a cheat code, what is a level skip code. I ended up using a cheat code just to get back to the level that I was supposed to be at. And by me doing that, I missed. I think because when that happened, I was like, screw it, and I deleted my data, which was bad. I should have kept my data. I deleted my I didn't delete it, but I saved over my original save. And by me doing that, excuse me, because when you use the level select code, it doesn't give you the items because there's certain key items that you need to collect throughout the story. They're little artifacts because there's like these ancient gods or whatever, and you collect an artifact from each one. So you have to collect those while playing the game and just progressing regularly. If you use the level select cheat, you don't collect those items. You sort of skip over them. And so by me putting in that code, because my current save before I saved over it, I had everything. I had all the little artifacts and everything else. But when I put in that code and I selected, the level I was supposed to be on, and then I saved over it, that 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 erased all of the items I had. Not only that, but it also erases, like, let's say you had like a lot of ammo for all your weapons. All of that's gone because I, I couldn't remember exactly where I was in the level because I knew what chapter I was on, but I didn't know where exactly I was in that chapter. So I had to like just wander around or whatever. So by me doing that, when I get to like just about the end of, like, you're right at the end of the game, all the artifacts that you've collected throughout the game, or all the old gods or whatever that you meet, every artifact they give you, you have to use it. And since I had erased my save, or since I saved over my save, I didn't have the artifacts. I had one artifact, and I was like, that sucks, you know. But yeah, once you use that save, it sort of resets your inventory. You don't have a lot of health packs. You don't have a lot of, it resets your inventory back to the way it was when you first, level one. So I don't know what to do about that. I'm thinking about just deleting my data. I mean, I still have my data on my memory card, and I still have my videos. And I don't know. I don't know what to do about that right there. Also, there's a game, Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit. That was another game I wanted to let's play, and I also wanted to play it because I never really understood how to progress in the game. So I finally figured out how to progress. I finally figured that out, and what I'm supposed to do, and how to trigger certain events, stuff like that, and how to just make progress in the game. And so that was an experience. I didn't beat the game. I hate to say it, but the game got kind of dull after a while. It's a weird feeling, like having a game, because I've had that game on and off ever since I had a PlayStation 2, and I was never able to beat it. I was never able to progress too far into the game. I didn't even fully understand the game. I understood the combat and stuff like that, but I didn't really know how to progress. Well, I learned that, and as I was playing it and playing it, I was just like, I don't know. The game seemed kind of dull because it is kind of a dull game. It's a fun game as well, but like, for some reason the game just got kind of dull to me, like really dull. Like, I knew I could. I mean, I was pretty sure I could beat the game if I just did all this stuff, but I don't know. It's weird, when I'm playing a game that I always wanted to play, and I'm enjoying it, for the most part. But then after a while, it just gets dull. It just gets like, I don't know. So maybe I'll come back to that game one day because I wanted to do that game and the other game, Wallace and Gromit: Project Zoo, and also the Xbox Live game. I don't really do point and click games. I don't want to do point and click games, at least not yet. But it'd be nice to have both games on the PS2 Let's Play on my channel, as well as all of the point and click arcade games. There's 4 of them. Yeah. And before that, before I attempted Wallace and Gromit and RTX Red Rock, I played Sly Cooper. That's a game I never really. I Let's Played it. I wanted to Let's Play the entire trilogy, but it's the same thing with that. Same thing with that happened with Wallace and Gromit. The game got kind of dull to me. The first game was okay. I didn't like a lot of the racing stuff. I mean, I didn't dislike it that much because once I figured it out, it was okay. The mini games or whatever, they were okay. So I actually managed to complete the first game. I have that. It's not on my channel yet. And I was playing part 2, and it just got kind of dull after a while. Like I wanted to. I don't know. I want to play something where I'm not controlling Sly's friends. I just want to control Sly and do the platforming and stuff. But but like controlling the turtle, then the pig guy, then Sly, then the turtle, then the pig, then Sly, the turtle, then pig. That was, I don't know. Maybe I'm making excuses, but I want to play something where it's just Sly for the most part. Even in part 1, it was Sly for like 90% of the time, and then these little, then you gotta like play as another character or do like a shooter part where you have to protect someone. I want to play a game where it's just Sly, and I don't know. I just didn't like that right there. And part 3, from what I understand, from what I've seen online, it's even more of that. You're controlling Sly, you're controlling his girlfriend, you're controlling this guy, that guy, the turtle guy, the pig guy, some female chick. Like, I don't know. So I was kind of down about that. I was like, man, I really wanted to have the trilogy, but like, the games kind of, they don't suck. They're good games. They're well made games. They play great. So I'll probably come back to them because they're good games. It's just I don't like that I'm not controlling Sly a lot of the time. I want to control Sly most of the time. Like I wish controlling the other characters was just optional and not mandatory. And that's the thing. Like you have to control these characters just to do this particular mission. To further advance the storyline. And it's like, come on. I get it. They're trying to be like the Ocean series, Ocean 11, Ocean 12, or whatever. I don't really care. I just want to, do something that's enjoyable. And for me, the most enjoyable parts is when I control Sly, sneaking around, excuse me, and just, doing stuff like that. So, I don't know. That's where I'm at so far with my Let's Playing. I just gave up on Wallace on Crash of the Titans. Yeah. I also want to let you guys know that let me start over. So after I gave up on the PS2 games, I was like, you know what? Let me come to the Xbox. Let me come to the 360 for a little bit and just Let's Play on there, because I have a few games I want to Let's Play on here. And I was like, let me just. It's always kind of fun attempting Let's Plays for this, for the 360, because I get to earn a little bit of achievements, here and there, and also, complete a few Let's Plays. And so I've been snagging games, just like a madman, just buying stuff to Let's Play. I bought this right here. I bought this game for $2. I have it on PS2 as well, but I don't think I'll even Let's Play it. Yeah, I also wanted to let you guys know that I will be doing some Xbox Live Arcade Let's Plays as well. Mainly these 3 right here, the Alien Breed series. I bought them. I may as well play them. What else? Alien Breed. I don't want to do side scrollers. Alien Breed. Maybe I will. Maybe the costume quest games. Whenever I get to RPGs, I'll probably do these right here. Um, Destroy Humans, Path of Furon. Yeah, I plan on trying to attempting to let's play the entire series. I want to buy the Wii version of Destroy Humans and Part 2 for the PS2. I'll buy Part 1 on here on Xbox Live, and yeah, I want to be attempting to let's play all of the DeathSpank games as well. There's 3 of them here. Probably this as well, Deep Black, and I don't know. I'm not sure about Blood Dragon. Cameo, yeah, I'll play that right there. And Spiral. This game is insanely expensive on PS2, so I decided to get the digital version for 360. I have the other 4 games on PS2, so I'll be let's playing all 4 of those, or attempting to, and then let's playing the 5th one on here. Cameo is a game that I've been meaning to buy for the longest time. Never really had an itch to, or really a desire to, until I decided to do some more let's playing, or until I decided to return to let's playing. So those probably this right here, Mars Warlog. This as well. Again, a game I never really wanted to buy it or play it, but I've tried the demo and it's okay. It's an okay game. I think I'll buy that and let's play it. And that's about it. Maybe well, I don't know about State of Decay, the Baconing. I never understood why. Okay, I get it now. But I always like my DeathSpank games to be close together. you know, sometimes I be forgetting I even have this game. I'm like, aren't there 3 DeathSpank games? But the third one isn't even called DeathSpank. It's just called the Baconing. So, whatever. I also purchased this right here, Toy Story 3. So I will be attempting to let's play that, and these 2, and that'll be about it. And then I have a bunch of Disney games like Up, Rango. What else you got here? Brave, the Clone Wars. Oh, that's not Disney. Oh well, I guess Disney owns Star Wars, I think, or Marvel Comics, or both. G-Force, Bolt, Meet the Robinsons, Wally, Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian, and Rise of the Guardians, and yeah. So I think I'll just let's play those games, those physical games that I just mentioned, as well as the digital stuff here that you just saw, and then I'll come back to the PS2 because I have a lot of stuff that I want to let's play for the PS2. A lot of the Nicktoons Unite games, a few SpongeBob games, all of the Tak and the Power of Juju games. I also have Ape Escape. I bought 2 and 3. 3 is crazy expensive. All 3 the Tasmanian Tiger games, and yeah, stuff like that. Whiplash, Dr. Muto, Jimmy Neutron. I'll even do like a scary thing. I don't celebrate Halloween, but maybe I'll let's play some games, some spooky games. But I won't do it in the month of Halloween. I'm not a Halloween person. I even do a maybe a mech month, whatever that means, and a superhero month, because I have a lot of other games that I want to let's play. It's easily over 100 games that I want to let's play. Some games that I want to buy, or that I plan on buying, and attempting to let's play. I guess I'll get grabbed by ghoulies, grabbed by the ghoulies, and one day I'll do like a strategy month where I let's play a few strategy games. Um, I have all of these Scooby Doo games. Big Wolf, right? Well, yeah, they're just some games I've always wanted to just buy and try. I never really felt much of an urge to, but now that I'm let's playing, I'm like, let me get this game. Let me get these a shot. I want to let's play this, and I also want to let's play its sequel. But for some strange reason, from what I've read online, the sequel doesn't even work on Xbox 360. So I don't know. I'm thinking about modding my system, but kind of scared to do that. Maybe I'll buy like a third. I mean, I think if I ever tried to mod, I would probably do it on a system that I don't use, because I have two Xbox 360s. This one, which is mainly like it's my workhorse just for let's playing and whatnot, and then I have my other one, which is recreational. I only use one though, which is this one right here. I'll probably buy a third one. I could probably get one pretty cheap too if I get console only, because I have all the pieces and controllers and stuff. I have tons of controllers, so I'll probably do that right there and get a cheap hard drive or something, and watch some YouTube videos and see if I can mod my stuff. Because I recently just traded in my original Xbox a few months ago, and yeah, I think I didn't really want it anymore, and I wanted to trade it in before it friggin' keeled over. It works and everything, and it's in good condition. But I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't trust the Xbox. One time my other Xbox just died on me. I left it plugged in. I didn't leave it on. I just left it plugged in. And when I went to try to turn it on one day, it just said, it made like a like it was trying to power up, but then it just gave up. It was like, never mind, screw it. And that was just out of nowhere. I'm not exactly sure what happened with that, but yeah, a lot of the Xboxes, they have a piece in them. It's like a piece that's on the motherboard. It I think it controls like the clock. It keeps it makes sure that, like, when you turn it on, that the clock is it makes sure that the clock keeps the right time. But after a while, supposedly, like after a few years or whatever, it'll just give up. It'll just stop working, and usually when it stops working, it'll start leaking some sort of liquid onto the motherboard, and that kind of like messes with the whole system. So I think it was that. It may not have been though. I'm not quite sure. So I watched a few YouTube videos, and I actually learned how to take my Xbox apart, and just, because you can just plug that piece right off. You can just plug it off, and that's one less problem you have to worry about. That's what I did with my other Xbox. It was pretty easy. And but yeah, even still, like I don't trust that Xbox. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all. I heard that even the Nintendo Wii, or the Nintendo GameCube, is extremely. I didn't know they had this one here. $30, no thanks. But even the Nintendo GameCube, it's a good system. I heard like if you have problems with it, like it's a real pain to try to repair. So I never had any problems with the GameCube. I never had a GameCube for a long time anyway. But that's about it. I'm also going to try some Wii games as well. Nothing too ambitious. Just Overlord and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my plan. To just play these handful of Xbox 360 games I have here, and play the digitals, and then back to PS2 land or the sixth generation, or I'll just, I don't know, play something, or let's play something. So until next time, you guys. This is Quizzer Arsenal on Overlip signing out, and I'll see you for my next Let's Play, which will be this game right here, Megamind. So take care.